Greetings and welcome to the Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for March 2022. At 12 noon on March 16th, Wednesday, the temperature is 68 degrees. We're headed for a high of 77. Low to mid 70s tomorrow, then 40s the day after with rain. We've had a couple of snowfalls since the first of the year, maybe 9 inches and 2 or 3 inches. Columbia, which is north of us, has gotten more. They're more like 10, and then seems to be 5 to 10 this past snowfall last week. And the weather stations from there are saying that even with that snow that we've had, we're an inch below the average for so far this year. So yeah, it's a sort of a drought. I am on the Marys River, and I have paddled a little more than 3/4 of a mile into it. I'm 1.1 of a mile from my launch, which was on the Osage River, and then across the river to the Marys. And right at the mouth of the Marys River, there's a campground, and there's a boat ramp there with a telephone pole right next to it, which has depth markings on it. I think it's for flood stage. And that pole is a good 6 feet out of the water. And the last time I came here, it was probably 6 feet underwater. So that's how low the Osage is right now. Now, the Marys, as you get further upstream, you get a little more elevation. Any time I might hit 6 inches to a foot at some spots and scrape on the bottom. Well, today I have only gotten this 3/4 of a mile into the Marys, and I'll have to get out if I want to go further. And yeah, I could get out. It's all gravel here. This would be great. But you know what? I dragged the kayak last month through mud, and you know, I have enough of that for now. I'm not gonna portage or portage, however you want to say that. So I'm stopping here. But yeah, it's rushing over here. Let's see if I can get that on camera. Yeah, so you can see it's all gravel. I could do it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, the last time I was here, actually, looking at my app, was in July, so 8 months ago. And there was a stretch there where I was doing it 2 or 3 times because it had been raining, which explains that higher water the last time I was here. And the ramp on the Moreau River was muck, you know, like 3 to 6 inches of mud. So yeah, that's why I had done this. So here I am, and there's a house. Actually, it's interesting to look at this. Let's see if I can get that on camera. I'm not sure. I might have to take a pan of it afterwards because I can't set the camera from here. But there's a house just above the bank there, and it's interesting because they know they have high water at times, and the house is actually sitting on a basement that's above the ground. So yeah. Okay, so I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any birds. No, it's pretty interesting. I've seen 2 turtles. There was one that let me get within 10 feet of it, and I didn't have my camera on yet. So as I drifted closer and closer, as soon as the camera came on, he plopped into the water. Those are good-sized turtles too. So I've seen 2 turtles. That's it. So, pedaling back from here, after I finish this, wobble wobble, after I finish this, I'll be, maybe a half hour from here, I'll be out of the water. It's okay, so, not a lot going on here. I thought about it on the way here, what I could tell you, and oh yeah, I did think of something. I have a new laptop. I spilled coffee on my keyboard of my laptop. And that was one that was Linux. It was dual boot. I could go to Windows or Linux. and it looked like I got it all right away, and none of it got inside. The keyboard wasn't working, so I ordered a new keyboard. It was like 40 bucks. I figured, well, it's worth a try. And it worked for about a week, maybe, and then that was it. It wasn't the keyboard. It was Linux, I guess, because it wasn't recognizing the touchpad. The only thing that worked was scrolling the mouse, moving the mouse cursor around, and the right button, which does me no good. The touchpad didn't work. Mouse, keyboard. But get this, when I put it into Windows, everything works. But it's Windows 7, you know, and I'm not going to surf on Windows 7, you know, and I hated surfing on my phone. So I broke down and I bought a laptop, but I bought a pretty decent one. I bought a gaming laptop with higher graphics, resolution, that kind of stuff. Just because I do some video editing like this and picture editing. So I really went overboard to graphics, but it should last me a while. I keep the coffee away from it. So yeah. And then I got a birthday present from Bonnie, which is a table that it almost looks like a hospital table, the kind that rolls underneath your bed and then sits over your bed. But this one, you can adjust the pitch of it, and then once you tilt it like 15 degrees, you can take the tray and then tilt that in notches. So I could sit in my lounger and have that in front of me instead of having the laptop on my lap, where I would spill coffee on it. Yeah, I'm bad. Geez, other than that, I don't know. I might pause here just so I can gather my So, hey, under 7 minutes. This has been your Mid-Missouri Kayak and Weather Report for March 2022. Ciao, folks, and vlog on.